Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Planet Coaster video here in our wonderful career mode, which we are so far through now. It keeps on flying by, these episodes, and it's great to see that the support you guys are giving as well. People constantly subscribing, we're getting up in subscribers, which is great to see. People commenting on the videos as well, and then getting involved in what's happening as well, which is great to see. I apologise now for the mic quality. Isn't the best, but isn't the worst. I've been going through some different microphones because I've had some of them break on me since the last episode and different stuff like that. So yeah, we're back here in Planet Coaster. So now we're currently on 5,000. Fast forwarded the time a little bit just to gain up some money. And obviously we know the next step is to build a coaster in here. Now obviously I want the coaster going into this valley, which I think would just be awesome. And if we look over on the left hand side, we can see that we need to build a coaster with at least 5 excitement, no more than 6 nausea. It has to be 900 meters in length, and it has to reach 70 miles an hour, and it has to have a biggest drop of at least 65 meters. So if I look through the selection of coasters that we have, the only real coaster I can see is doing that with is probably the multi-launch, really, the Mack multi-launch. Could possibly do it with the motorbike coaster, or possibly even the hyper coaster. Could be a possibility. Could be a possibility, actually, the hyper coaster. I haven't actually built a hyper coaster in this game, or even the infinity coaster. Could definitely be an idea. I think the inverted coaster, if you're going to take an inverted coaster 70 miles an hour, I think that's a bit extreme. Let's see if we can build an Arrow Hyper. I think it would work well here. Let's see if we can build that. I don't actually know where the park boundary is. Really? Is that park boundary there? No, it isn't. It's just not letting me build that there for some reason. Why is it not like letting me build that? No, it is letting me build it. It just looks red because the station's red. Alright, so park boundary is there. Right, okay, so anywhere across it, I can actually see the park boundary over there, to be fair. Yeah, so it's that line over there. Alright, okay. Let's see what we can do with this, because we've got 7 grand now. We're getting some money in, so we can start building something. Probably going to put the station, well, it's going to be difficult to... Yeah, I think we can do something like this. It's going to be an interesting take on an Arrow Hyper, let's say. Yeah, we'll do it over here. Beautiful. God, the station costs so much. Also, that station length is not long enough for an Arrow Hyper. Yeah, that's better. Alright. Has to have at least 5 excitement. Let's see what we can do with this. Maybe thinking though, if it needs 5 excitement, would it not be better doing a multi-launch? No, you know what, we'll stick with the Arrow Hyper for now. Remember, these have quite sort of long... These have very long sort of curves. You really have to... Yeah, we'll do this in 4 meter pieces, because of the way the... To be fair, actually, if you do that 10 meter piece, it's a lot. Because the interesting thing with an Arrow Hyper is it has to come out of the curve like that, pretty much. Like that. They're not really the smoothest of curves. And then to be fair, we'll do that, and then we'll send it into a drop right here. quite high up. Yeah, we'll do 6 meter pieces. 6 meter pieces are always proper. Do it like the big one here. Proper, just send it into a bank straight away. I have a feeling that might reach 70 miles an hour when it goes down this drop. Yeah, I really want a smooth drop on that. That cannot be sharp. That does look pretty awesome. Let's give it a test. I just want to see what kind of speeds it's reaching at the bottom of this drop, if I'm honest. Whoa! Slow down time on that. Let's have a look and see what kind of speeds we're reaching. So that was genuinely reaching like 70 miles an hour at the bottom of that drop. So actually, we'll go a tiny bit further on that. Yeah, that's great. There we go. Beautiful. And the park is still making tons of money. The park's making more money than we can actually build. So this is actually perfect for what we kind of need, to be honest. I want to keep that test open. I just want to definitely just double check and make sure that that is reaching 70 miles an hour at the bottom of that drop. Yes, that is. That's definitely reaching 70 miles an hour. Okay, so we want to send it back up into another airtime hill, I guess. Because they're it's nothing smooth, these arrow hypers, because you got to remember they're sort of, the way that arrow did it is you're going to be going straight up and straight down like that. I just kind of hope that isn't too quick going over that airtime hill. Okay, so going off sort of big one style drop, straight down into a drop, up into a second hill. This is it's a bit too quick, that, in my opinion. Yeah, there we go. So nice airtime hill there. I think that's pretty good. And then we could have a big turnaround section and send it back the other way. Yeah, I like that. So we'll send it down in here. So it's going to be one hell of a arrow hyper, I tell you that for a fact. I mean, is the drop bigger than... I just need to check a few things, because it has to be, the biggest drop has to be at least 65 meters. Is that drop 65 meters? Is the honest, real question. Okay, so we got to 70 mile an hour. I think that is bigger than 70. Well, that's at minus 26 meters. Yeah. At least a 65 meter drop. I can't tell whether it is or not. And I'm really worried that if it's not a 65 meter drop, then it could be a big issue. What kind of excitement reaching the bottom of that? 8. Wow. Wow, a 10 off of there, and then 11. That's crazy, actually. That's madness. Alright, fair enough. I just need to hope that that drops at least 65 meters. I hope it is. Otherwise, we're gonna have to hyperextend that drop more. Can I extend it down some more, that drop? Just sort of lower it a bit. Didn't want to go over there. Why has it sent me over there? Right. Yeah. So yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying the episodes so far. Hope they are, you know, still good for you guys. Hope they're still fresh. I'm really wanting to get do some other kind of videos. So, you know, anybody with any ideas, just let me know. I have a few ideas anyway of what I want to do. So, yeah, just see what we can do. Get back out to the park soon because it's nearly ready to open. Alton Towers, they've got the gardens open. So yeah, it's gonna be a good one. So yeah, you can tell it's nearing that time of the season. Alton Towers have the gardens open, they're ready to get going. Obviously the pandemic is still around, so you know it's not going to be back to normal straight away in the parks. Yeah, I just want to smooth that curve ever so slightly. I know it's a arrow hyper, but it's still going to be not really jolty. I do feel this drop though is quite superb. Even though I haven't smoothed it, it generally works really well. Except I do want to just smooth this part out ever so slightly. Yeah, I think that's good. And I will actually smooth the entry to it a little bit as well. Yeah, that's actually really good. I really like the look of that. I keep on accidentally exiting out of the editor mode. Also, can we keep it at night time, or is that not allowed? I can't actually change it. Wait, can I? I can. That's beautiful. There we go. Lovely, lovely. But yeah, Alton Towers and their new Mardi Gras celebration. It's going to be an interesting one. Be great to see. I'm sure that's how they're going to kind of fit these different carnival rides that have actually come to Alton Towers. There's like 4 different new carnival rides. One has been seen in the Forbidden Valley section where Ripsaw was, and another one in X Sector where Submission was. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what they're going to be like and how they're going to fit them into the park. So yeah, I have to see how they're going to hit those in, to be honest, because you know, don't want these fairground rides looking be looking quite tacky, to be honest, and I don't think Alton Towers would really want that. So could do a lovely figure eight piece here, but when are you ever going to get a figure 8 on a arrow hyper? But yeah, it would be interesting to see how Alton Towers do it. I kind of hope that they fit them in quite nicely and they do something really special with them, because, you know, it would be great to see how they do that. And I'm sure I have faith in Alton Towers to do it really well. And they most likely will. It's Alton Towers, you know. I have faith, I have trust in them. I don't even think it needs to be that tight, if I'm honest. That wide. Boom. It's turned out really well so far. I like that turnaround section, how it kind of goes up, it turns around, then comes back down. I think it kind of is very much what you would want to see in an arrow hyper. Let's just have a look here and how it looks coming off of this drop. So it comes down here. And then boom, straight into the drop. That's what I would expect. Up into a piece of air time. That'd be really, really good on the back row. Up into a turnaround. I think that's got some good speed going into it. Obviously, it just does need a bit of a smooth through the curve, I think, is definitely where you want to smooth it. The entries and exits, it doesn't really need to be smoothed that much, to be honest. Just needs to be kind of make the curve, make it nice, long, sweeping, no jagged movements in there. You don't want too many weird laterals going through there. Don't want any jolty moments either. Yeah, I like the look of that. That's good. I really want to sort of make sure that that curve is quite long and the banking takes a while to get back into it. It's still moving at high speed though. It's really, really quick. Probably just another airtime hill is needed, really. Not as high as the other one, but something just as high. That's perfect. Let's keep the park still running in the background because we would like some income. It's just turned out really great so far. If we look at the heat map of the excitement here, let's just take a look as it comes down. So it comes down that first drop, boom, up into an airtime hill. And then round and up into this turnaround section. And it's still keeping loads of excitement on that train. Up into a net. That airtime hill was really nicely paced. I really liked that. But yeah, as I was saying, we have one of these in the UK. Lovely, the big one, Blackpool Beach Beach, got retracked over the winter, which was lovely to see. It's nice to see Blackpool keeping their older rides, you know, like in shape, intact. It's honestly great to see, really. It's actually really great to see them keeping their sort of older rides up to date and fresh. Now we need as an RMC of the Grand National, and we'll be fine. Oh, imagine if they'd RMC'd Grand National. Just imagine that as a coaster. I can't even speak because it's that good. The second, it'd be the second dueling coaster, because obviously you've got Twisted Colossus at Six Flags Magic Mountain. And that's the only RMC dueling coaster. Obviously, they were supposedly supposed to RMC. There was a rumor that they RMC Twisted Timbers, but that became Storm Chaser. Then it was supposed to RMC Quasi, and then that just became Iron Quasi. It was like they did RMC Quasi, but it became wasn't dueling. It was just normal Quasi. So, could we see Grand National get RMC'd? Or could we see... I mean, it would be sick, but the RMC is supposed to come to... The meme is really that the RMC is supposed to go to... it's supposed to go to Fort Park. The question is, when will we ever see that happen? Don't know if we'll ever see it in our lifetime, but hopefully we get an RMC in this country. It would be great to see an RMC in this country. That should be honestly great to see. Here in the UK. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. This coaster's working out really well at the moment. Like, if this isn't... Well, how long does it need to be? 900 meters? And what's the results at the moment? Like, how long is the track length at the moment? Will it give me data results on that if I do a test? It won't. It's annoying. I mean, I could literally just have the speed counter on. Yes, that does actually exceed 70 miles an hour. I mean, to be fair, it's taking that turnaround at 40 miles an hour. That's pretty quick, to be fair. You can tell this coaster is slowing down. That's 70 mile an hour at the bottom of that drop. That's crazy, you know. Still got some tremendous speed on this ride. I didn't like how jolty this section was, though. Just didn't like how jolty that was, if I'm honest. It just seemed... There we go. Wish you could have the classic arrow supports, because these aren't the classic arrow supports. Because the arrow supports are the metal frames. It's almost like scaffolding, but obviously it isn't. But it looks a bit like that in the terms of how it is. It's so quick. That's a lot better in its entry and exit. Yeah, that's a lot better. I'm liking that. So what I think we need to do now is come back underneath here. Gonna go into another airtime hill. I'm actually gonna go down like this. Turn it in here. Gonna go back up like this. And then we're gonna hit a brake run. Do the release speeds at this. Yes, we will have a catwalk. Insufficient funds. Okay, we'll see that time again where we're going to have to wait for the funds. Too fair, actually. I want a friction brake first. It's really good, actually. If I can have that turn in just there slightly, that's proper arrow coaster like. It's a good thing, actually, I haven't had the banking offset on, because I don't really need it for this, if I'm perfectly honest with you. You don't need the banking offset, because of the way the arrow coasters are built. They don't really follow that same modern methods. Will that stop is the real question. Okay, no, we're gonna need a lot more on a brake run if we want to stop that train. At a gradual halt. And then we need a block brake at the end. So all this episode has just been coaster building. I love coaster building in this game, it's awesome. Love to get back on some coasters though, at some point would be grand. Just getting back on some coasters would be great. Okay, we're gonna have to... Okay, there we go. Then we're gonna go into a lift hill, because this is oh, you can do a curved lift hill? No, you can't. It's lied to me. Okay, so the lift hill costs a bit of money. Because I want to send this... I'm going to send this lift hill up here. up here. And then I'm going to send it under here. Going to bring the coaster round and end it there. And then that'll be the end of the coaster. Whew. Well, I feel this is going well so far, but yeah, back into, we can see in the park here anyway, we've got some good rides going on. Obviously we've got the gyro swing, we've got the Gerstlauer Skyfly chair swing, we've got this sort of elephant fairy tale ride, which theming fits in really nicely with the park. We've got this coaster, which you wouldn't believe if I told you there was an arrow hyper. If I stood right, okay, we can get out of the ground first. So broke the game there. Get out of the ground first. If I sat here and said there's an arrow hyper coaster in this park, you would go, where? Be like, is it behind you? No. Is it in front of you? No. Wait, what's this peering through this rock? Oh, it's down in this chasm. This big, huge chasm down here. Looks really nice so far, to be honest. Yeah, that looks really... Pacing could be a little slower, but I think it takes that airtime hill really nicely. Comes up into this turn section there. Taking it really, really well, to be honest. To be fair though, could we not just send it higher up? I reckon there is, you know. Not with the angle snapper. I reckon there is, you know. What do you reckon that is? Because if we can send this up as high as we possibly can, I reckon it can make it up there. Let's find out if it can, because I reckon it can, personally. I think just. It's mighty close. But how am I going to lift hill it, though? I don't know. It's really bugging me, actually. I don't know how to lift hill that up. It's fine having it down here, but it's getting it back up is the issue. Because obviously I'm going to have to lift hill it up. But it's the way of how I lift hill it up. Doesn't even make it up there. Well, here's what I do here then. So I cap that off there. Yeah. I send it down underneath here, like this. Keep the fast forwarding going, because I want to... And I'm going to send it round and send it back up on this side. Yes, actually, no. What I want to do is send it down that way through the middle, like this. I'm trying to really think this out in my head of where I want this to go. It's quite difficult, to be honest. So bring it back round this way. Just trying to keep it still as smooth as I can. Obviously, I will do some smoothing. Okay, new plan. I'm going to do the lift hill here. I'll move that rock face back a little bit. That's actually really good there. Optional catwalk on. Do 12-meter break. To be fair, actually, if I do it like that. There we go. And then go up, do the friction brake. This is just going to be a coaster building episode, this. But I'm sure you guys don't mind. And into a normal brake. And then we can start our lift hill. If I'm perfectly honest with you, I want to kind of I kind of want it to go there. Yeah. So if I do that there, yeah, and then, no, I don't want a banking offset on. And then do that there, but a lot shorter, because a block brake doesn't need to be that big. And then it's time for the lift hill, which I want to, I want a lift hill at the 30-degree angle, unless it's a certain type of coaster. I can't terrain edit. Oh no, I didn't realise I couldn't terrain edit. Oh god. Oh right. Right. This is an issue. That support is really well done actually in terms of where it goes. I never see supports done like that in Planet Coaster, so fair play actually. I really want to just trying to get this coaster right. Meters long, and then I want to go straight into a lift hill. Needs to be in that gap, so I've got to line it up better. This is coaster building's difficult. Hats off to John Wardley, because he was the one that designed all of those great coasters, Alton Towers. I'm sure he knew what he was doing before he went into it. I had a vague idea. I just struggled to make my idea work because I didn't realise I couldn't terrain form. Okay. Yeah. that's actually perfect. It's going to be a long lift hill, though. It will be a long, long lift hill. Can I make the chain speed longer? Can I make the chain speed quicker? Why is that not a lift hill piece? Chain speed. Put a chain speed at 3 meters a second. Or do I want it at 4? Because the big one's lift hill, you wouldn't believe it. It's very quick. Actually, I think I can go 4 on that. Oh, okay. Coaster just going back on itself. That music's really annoying when sped up. Profit is 3,000. Can I take out a small loan to get this done? Actually could, you know. I'm gonna take that £5,000 loan out, but I'm gonna reduce the price all the way down. Because I really want to get this coaster done, if I'm honest. In the time that remains for this episode. It's such a really tall. Actually, I can use that. I'm using that rock as like support structures, and that's lovely. Let's do one more of those, and then let's cap it off. No, you know what? Let's just send it all the way up here. Because why the hell not? If we're gonna go big, we're gonna go big on this. That's a big support structure. That's huge. Huge support structure. Alright, okay. Okay, I don't know why I have angle snap on anymore. Because obviously I wanted to really send it through here, to be honest. Do some like small bunny hills. And then into a drop. Such a mad coaster, to be honest. It was either go big or go home on it. And I went big on it. Should do like a helix here, because I can, to be honest, really. Do a helix. More money, please. To be fair, what we could do is take out that loan, repay that loan, and then we have that much of that loan left. And then we have enough to complete this. And all I need to do really is just repay off that loan, but I'm sure this coaster will get us the money to do so. Make sure we're still keeping it vaguely like an Arrow Hyper, even though it's pretty much gone out the window now, to be honest. Obviously, we're going to have to do some smoothing. That's inevitable, really. That we would have to do some smoothing. That's a brilliant head chopper there. Right, and I'm going to need a brake run, and this brake run's going to have to be a big brake run. Let's do a 6-meter block brake there. Deceleration rate, launch speed. Yeah, all the catwalk is on. Actually want a little turn there. And I want some friction brakes. And I want a lot of the friction brakes. Without the catwalk, please. There we go. Wow. Wow, that is a long coaster. Okay, let's see what we can do here then. So it comes out the first drop. There's so many supports here. So many supports. That is crazy, that support structure. Crazy, but awesome. Okay, so through the first hill, using just gravity at the moment is currently powering this coaster. Over this time hill, some lovely flow to there, actually. Into here, and then a humongous head chopper through the support structure, which is awesome, through this turnaround section and down. Some more head choppers through the support and round, which is just crazy. Which actually what I need to do is just back that just a little bit. Just need to go and smooth some areas. Yeah, that's awesome. Just get around, just smoothing all the areas, and then we'll go on for an on-ride POV, and then I will cut to the end of the episode, because literally all we have to do is do this and then make a profit. So what I'll do is I'll cut to the end of the episode when I have paid back off of that loan and we have completed the park, because that'll be us done on this park, and we can move on to something other than some fairy tale themed parks. Just a huge lift hill there. You have to go so far up. Obviously you don't want too much smooth. You want to keep it Arrow Hyper like. I mean, now you can tell there's an Arrow Hyper here. So that's the, if you look at that there, that's generally the size of the big ones lift hill, like there, and then there's just a huge other, like there's like double big ones right there. In that area. That's crazy. This coaster is crazy. Into a helix. Up into the finish. Into the brake run. let's give it a ride. Let's give it a ride. It's not going to be the smoothest at the moment because I've just gone through and smoothed all the rough parts that I can see. Here we go, down the first drop. Absolutely mental, that. Up into the first airtime hill. Wonderful. Down into the second, into the turnaround. Back down again. Up into a lovely floater airtime, actually. A bit of ejector on the front at the beginning, then a bit of floater. Up now into this huge support structure. Load of head choppers there. That's crazy. Around there. And then down, up into another airtime hill. Some airtime filled goodness on this ride. Down into a bit of a curve there. Up into another curved bit of airtime. Oh, running quite slowly through there, actually. Interestingly. Up around here. Still feeling very Arrow Hyper-like. Obviously, the transitions aren't as smooth, but that's what you're going to go for. And up into a brake run. And once again, up. Okay, this is quite a long lift hill, actually. Okay, I'm hoping I can make this speed longer, because that is quite a long lift hill. Okay, so there we go. We're at the top now. And once again, I love this bit here. You can see through the front of this train. That's awesome. Reminds me of Magnum XL 200, actually, is what that does remind me of. Okay, so down here, through little bits of bunny hills. Got some nice speed off of that. I don't know what the pacing of this final bit is, so we'll find out as we go down another huge drop into a huge airtime hill. It's a bit jolty through there. It's definitely going to have to be smoothed. Oh, it's very quick through here, actually. It's very, very speedy through here. And then up into the brake run. Oh, wow, that is very quick through there, actually. Can we get some trim brakes in somewhere? Can we get some trims? Can I put some trims in here? I want some friction brakes. I want some trims. Yeah, I want to really trim that. Actually, to be fair, can I just have them with both as trims? Can I have that as a trim as well? Yeah, I want them both as trims because that's a lot there to be fair. Gee, if I just move that in, possibly even do something like that. If I'm honest. Doesn't need to be heavily so banked though. Like, why is it so far banked there? Doesn't need to be that far banked. Also, can we make that lift hill speed longer? Faster, yeah. Make the whole thing very quick. Because it needs to be quick. There we go, that seems a bit better now. So this helix was a little bit jolt. It was this bit through here was just a little bit crazy. The way it comes down off of that drop is a bit mad. So if I can just smooth out that drop a little bit. Smooth that out a little bit as well. Make it the transition a bit better. Don't actually know where is the coaster? Okay, it's on its way up the huge lift hill that it's on currently. Okay, so down. Over the bunny hills. Okay, now activate the trims. Okay, into the helix. Okay, I think I need a bigger brake run. Need a bigger brake run. There we go. I think that ending should be a lot better. So anyway, I can place some trims. Desperately need some trims somewhere. I love how you can just place trims anywhere. It's lovely. Yes, I know everyone's gonna murder me. Oh, you're putting trims on a hypercut. Yeah, that last bit's too quick. Everywhere else is fine apart from that last bit. It's too quick. Just trim it a little bit. I could make the coaster longer, but it's already long enough at this point. Like, I don't think people want to endure anymore, to be honest. I hope it's within the requirements. Otherwise, I'm gonna have some big problems. It should be within the requirements. Okay, that's better pacing on that, to be honest. There you go. At least it actually gets it slowed down for the station now. No, I don't want the chair swing. I want this. What's the results? Come on. Oh, what a coaster. Track length 2,205 meters. What's the biggest drop? 61. Oh, no. Oh, no. It's only 61 meters. Everything else is perfect apart from the biggest. I'm gonna have to make this first drop the biggest. It's gonna have to be bigger. I told you I'd have to tweak this first drop. I knew I would. Alright then, let's tweak it. Need an extra 5 meters on it. It's actually shorter than it was last time. Oh. Just move this whole thing down a bit more. It just needs to be. It just needs to be that, man. Come on, let me. Why is it not doing that? Come on, now surely the biggest drop. I just need 65 meters. Oh, it's annoying, it's annoying, it's annoying. Results. Come on, speed up, speed up. Right, okay, what I'll do is, let's see, is it 65 meters? No? Okay, what I'll do is I'll cut to when I've actually managed to make the drop 65 meters, and then I will finish off this park, and then, yeah, we'll get there in the end. And there we have it, guys. I've just managed to complete the monthly profit of 6,000 for 2 months. I got the coaster rating in the end. I just extended this first drop here, which goes even further down now. And yeah, I got it in the end. Managed to get the whole thing. So goodbye, good gully, Miss Molly, because I will not be building any more coasters in your gully because I am now completed. Thank you everyone for joining me in this episode. Apologise it was a little bit long, but I hope you enjoyed the coaster building in it. And I will see you all in the next Planet Coaster career mode. And I will leave you with this very odd looking support here which goes through the ground. And look at the size of that support. Crazy that actually. But yeah, thank you everyone for joining and I will see you all in the next one.